sophisticated ladies and gents. Welcome to Mwihoko TV. My name is Ashley Mokami and welcome to the Hot Seat Show, where I bring elegance and sophistication. On this show, I'll be showing you how to become elegant, how lifestyle is, and everything in between lifestyle. But on today's show episode, I'm going to show you how to use the cutleries on a dining set. So stay tuned. And this is the courtesy of Glorious Ladies Hostel. And on today's episode, I will have one of the ladies from that hostel. So welcome. She's going to help me show you guys on how we're going to use our cutleries, each and every cutlery. But on this segment, our first segment, she's going to show us how to start, pause, giving a good review, a bad review, and how you're going to show the chef or the waiter on how you finished your food. So let's start and let's get into the video. So if you're starting our meal, how are we going to show the chef or the waiter? Yes, this is how you're going to show your waiter or your chef that you're done. The knife is supposed to be on your right and the fork on the left, sideways to the plate. If you're going to show that you didn't like the food, how are you going to show it?
Take this, like that.
Yes, this is giving a bad review, like maybe it was a little bit salty or anything. Yes. What about if you're pausing, you're going to the washroom or anything, maybe you're giving a toast, how you're going to show it? No, that is not showing. Let me show you how you're going to show that you're going to give a pause. You may either give a toast or anything. This is showing how you're going to pause for a meal. It's okay to be wrong. You're a starter, so I get it. Yes. How about you're going for the next meal?
Oh, do like this now.
Now that was for the next meal. That is showing that either you want a dessert or anything between, maybe a salad, but it's whatever you want, you know. What about if you're giving a good review?
Take this, like that.
Yes, that is when you're giving a good review, like 5-star, you know. And what about I'm done with the food? You may take the plate.
Take this, or this.
Yes, there are two ways in showing how you like the food. It might be upward or sideways. It is different because excellence shows this, like your food is perfect. Yes, so that was our first segment. We were showing you how to use your cutleries, and thank you for watching for the first segment. Welcome guys to the second segment, and I have remembered I didn't ask you your name, or you didn't tell our viewers what's your name.
Oh, my name is Olivia Wanjiru.
Yes, so let's get back to the second segment. On this second segment, we're going to start on our left. So let's get into it.
Yes.
So on our left, we have our butter plate and our butter knife. This is where you put your bread. That is when you have reached at the table and they tell you, oh, you know what, we're going to have bread. That's when you're going to use your butter knife and your butter plate. You know how to smear and everything, right?
Yes.
And how are you going to identify that you have, how many course meals you have on a plate or in that event or that specific meal? This is how you're going to identify. First, you're going to see how many knives and forks are here. Also, you're going to see how many
dessert cutlery are there.
Yes, so if you find like you have a fork or a knife, maybe it's an ice cream, you know, or a cake. Yes, so if you have a fork or a knife on top of your plate, that means you are going to have a dessert. Let's go on our plates. So mostly on the dining set, there's always a charger plate on the bottom, and then you put the dining plate. You understand? But for right now, we are compromising because we don't have a charger plate or anything on top. Okay? If you're going to have maybe a soup or anything, you're going to use your cutleries. But let's start with the dining plate. So when you're having your dining, like the first meal, you're going to use your first cutlery. That is your fork and knife. Your first fork and first knife means that is your main course meal. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say for the second one you're going to have fish. It depends with the event. Not every event you're always eating fish. So if you're eating fish, you're going to be using your second cutleries. That is your fork and knife.
And what about the third fork and the third knife?
That is a very good question. The third fork and the third knife is always for a salad, but also that is a preference. If you don't want to have your salad, you can skip to the next meal. As we showed you in the first segment how you're going to skip or show that you don't like the food. So on the second, after the salad, you're going to use this. What do you think this is for?
I think it's like for tea or something like that.
Yes, as you can see it's really quite small and really tall. So it is used for tea. On the last spoon, this is actually used for soup, but we don't have a bowl right now, but most soups are always served by a bowl. Okay,
yeah.
So if you see a bowl, you're just going to know it's for soup. Yes. So let's get into our third segment, but for right now, remember, courtesy of Glorious Ladies Hostel, that's why we are here shooting. Thank you. Welcome guys, and this is the last segment, that is the third segment, and remember we are in Mwihoko TV, the best of the best. So let's dive into the third segment.
Yes.
So the third segment is all about our glasses.
Yeah.
So it depends each and every glass and how it is used on a dining set. So let's get into it. So on our first, you can take and have a look. On our first wine glass, what type of wine do you think is always served on this glass?
I feel like it's the white wine, or?
Yes, it's the white wine that is always served in the white glass. Welcome guys, welcome back. This is the third segment, and remember we're in Mwihoko TV live. That is Mwihoko TV, the best of the best. Okay, let's dig deep into the third segment.
Yes.
On these glasses, as you can see, this is the white wine glass, whereby it's only served white wine glass. Yes. No other wine. If you're always mistaken at home, don't do that. This is only for the white wine glass. There's a difference between the white wine glass and the red wine glass. How are you going to identify? So on the white wine glass, you can see how it is. On the red wine glass, it's always wider. Up here it's actually wider. That's how you're going to realize that this is for the white and this is for the red. Yes. But for now we don't have the red wine glass, so we're only compromising by showing you the white wine glass and how you're going to identify between the white and the red. A long time ago, people used to use this for wine, but right now we use it for cocktails or mocktails. You're in an event and you want to take mocktail or a cocktail, this is what you're going to use.
Yes.
So far, do you have any question before we continue?
Yes, I do have a question. What about champagne?
Champagne. Yeah. Oh, for now we don't have a champagne, but let me explain using this. For our champagne, it's always very, very thin, a tall, thin glass, but we don't have it. It's actually smaller than this, a really small. So that is what you're going to use for a champagne.
Yes, and what about the other two glasses?
Okay, for the other two glasses, this is used for water. You can see, but there's a difference. You can use this or this. And how are you going to identify that this is for water? When you're using water like this, for this glass, this is how you're going to identify. Here down, hapa, it's always thick.
Yeah.
It's always thick. That is how you're going to identify that this is for water, not wine or anything. So for those people who put wine here, you're so wrong. This is for water. On to our last glass.
This is obviously for tea.
Yes, this is obviously for tea, and not most probably, but this is the saucer. You put it, you see?
Yes.
So yes. So thank you guys for watching. Today's video was to show you how each cutlery is used in a dining set. Yes. I know that this video has helped a lot of people. If you're going for an event, a 5-star hotel, it has really helped you. And thank you for watching at Mwihoko TV, the best of the best. And guys, remember, courtesy of Glorious Ladies Hostel in Kiambu County, Thika Road,
in Mwihoko 160 near Eddie's Lounge.
All are welcome. And guys, don't forget to subscribe and share and comment in Mwihoko TV, the best of the best. Thank you.